Tick, tock. The sound of a clock is a constant, a measure of the moments that make up our lives. But for millions, another clock is ticking, silently, deep within the architecture of the mind. Every 3 seconds, somewhere in the world, a new person develops dementia. That's the length of a single breath. By the time you finish this sentence, another family's world has changed forever. The global numbers are staggering, projected to triple in the coming decades, creating a crisis that will touch every one of us. We've been told it's an inevitable part of aging, a cruel lottery of genetics and bad luck, a slow, unavoidable fading of the self. But what if that story is wrong? What if the most common narrative about dementia is dangerously incomplete? It doesn't begin with the dramatic, heartbreaking moments we see in movies, forgetting the names of your children or getting lost on your own street. No, it begins silently. A whisper in the brain's intricate symphony, decades before the first noticeable symptom. It starts with tiny, destructive changes at a microscopic level. Imagine microscopic tangles of protein slowly clogging the vital pathways of your neurons. Think of it as a slow-motion traffic jam on the superhighways of your mind, accumulating year after year, long before you ever misplace your keys and wonder if something is wrong. For 10, 15, even 20 years, this process can unfold without a single outward sign. By the time memory loss becomes obvious, the underlying damage is already extensive. This long, silent preclinical phase has been the great challenge for medicine. How do you fight an enemy you can't see until it's already taken over? For generations, the answer was, you couldn't. The diagnosis felt like a death sentence for the mind. But here is the breakthrough. The very existence of that long, silent window is not a weakness. It is our greatest opportunity. A revolution in neuroscience is revealing that the brain is not a fixed, fragile organ destined to decay. It is dynamic, resilient, and capable of profound self-protection. New research from leading institutions across the globe is proving, conclusively, that your brain can be defended. We now know that up to 40% of dementia cases are linked to modifiable risk factors. That's not a small number. It's a seismic shift in our understanding. It means that the choices we make every single day, what we eat, how we move, how we sleep, and even how we think, are not just minor details. They are powerful tools. These tools can build what scientists call a cognitive reserve, a buffer that allows your brain to withstand the pathological changes for longer. This isn't about finding a single magic pill. It's about a new science of prevention, one that empowers you to actively participate in the future of your own mind. We can fortify our neural networks, reduce inflammation, and, in some cases, delay the onset of symptoms for years or even decades. This is not science fiction. This is actionable science. Forget everything you thought you knew about brain aging. The power to change your brain's destiny is more within your grasp than ever before. Tonight, we uncover the evidence-based blueprint for how to age-proof your mind. Alzheimer's is complex, amyloid plaques, tau tangles. But here's what modern research reveals. Your brain is deeply connected to your heart, your metabolism, and your lifestyle. The fight against Alzheimer's is no longer a distant dream. It's a present-day reality, unfolding in labs and clinics around the world. The years 2023 to 2026 are marking a pivotal turn, where the focus has shifted from merely managing decline to actively preventing and even reversing cognitive damage. The breakthroughs are not coming from a single magic bullet, but from a symphony of lifestyle interventions, each grounded in rigorous new science. Let's explore the most powerful strategies you can implement today, starting with the profound connection between your body and your brain. For decades, we've known exercise is good for the heart, but now we have definitive proof it can rebuild the brain. Recent landmark studies show that consistent aerobic activity, like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling, directly increases the volume of the hippocampus. This isn't just a minor tweak. We're talking about a tangible reversal of age-related shrinkage. Think of the hippocampus as your brain's chief memory architect, responsible for forming new memories and navigating your world. Exercise triggers the release of a powerful protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. It's like fertilizer for your neurons, stimulating growth and strengthening connections. Incredibly, studies show that a year of regular aerobic exercise can increase hippocampal volume by 2%, effectively turning back the clock on brain aging by 1 to 2 years. This brain-body connection extends to what's on your plate. High-protein diets are emerging as a cornerstone of cognitive longevity. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. This isn't just a matter of physical strength. Muscle is a critical metabolic organ. By consuming adequate protein, you preserve this vital muscle tissue. Why does that matter for your brain? Because healthy muscles are highly effective at absorbing glucose from the bloodstream, which dramatically improves your body's insulin sensitivity. Poor insulin sensitivity, or insulin resistance, is a key driver of metabolic chaos that starves brain cells of energy and promotes inflammation. A protein-rich diet helps stabilize blood sugar, preventing the dangerous peaks and valleys that damage delicate neural structures over time. And it's not just about cardio. Emerging research highlights the unique power of resistance training. Lifting weights, using resistance bands, or even doing bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups actively reduces systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a silent enemy of the brain, a low-grade fire that damages neurons and accelerates cognitive decline. Resistance training acts as a powerful anti-inflammatory agent, lowering harmful markers throughout the body. This calming effect is profoundly neuroprotective. By quenching the fires of inflammation, you create a safer, healthier environment for your brain cells to thrive, communicate, and survive. Finally, we're unlocking the secrets of the night. Sleep research now confirms that our brains perform a critical janitorial function during our deepest sleep stages. This process, managed by the glymphatic system, is like a high-pressure wash that clears out metabolic waste. Most importantly, it flushes away beta-amyloid, the toxic protein that clumps together to form the hallmark plaques of Alzheimer's disease. Every night of deep restorative sleep is a powerful cleansing cycle, actively defending your brain against the buildup of this dangerous debris. It's no longer just about feeling rested, it's about actively participating in your brain's nightly defense protocol. Protein supports neurotransmitter production. Stable blood sugar protects cognitive performance. You don't need a gym. Balance training reduces fall risk. Strength training improves insulin sensitivity. Aerobic movement increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Even 3 days per week improves cognition. Sleep is non-negotiable. Chronic stress shrinks the hippocampus. 5 minutes of slow breathing lowers cortisol. Puzzles alone aren't enough. Learn a language. Play a musical instrument. Engage socially. Ultra-processed foods, excess sugar, chronic isolation, untreated hypertension. Vascular health is brain health. Alzheimer's doesn't begin at the moment of diagnosis. It doesn't start with the first forgotten name or misplaced keys. The common understanding of this disease is a story that starts far too late. The truth is, the biological cascade begins silently, insidiously, years, even decades earlier. It's a slow, quiet process unfolding deep within the brain long before any symptoms ever surface. But this long runway isn't a cause for despair. It's a window of opportunity. Because if the disease starts early, so does prevention. This is the most crucial part of our story. The narrative is not one of inevitable decline, but one of profound, actionable hope. Consider Sarah, a 58-year-old teacher who watched her own mother fade away from Alzheimer's. For years, she lived with a quiet dread, a fear that her future was already written. She saw every minor lapse in memory as a potential omen. But then, she discovered the science of prevention. She learned that her genetics were not her destiny. She didn't make drastic, overwhelming changes. She started small, a brisk walk every morning, adding more leafy greens to her plate, prioritizing an extra hour of sleep, learning a few phrases in a new language. Each small act was a vote for her future brain. Over time, these weren't just habits, they became her armor. The fear receded, replaced by a powerful sense of agency. Sarah's story isn't unique, it's a blueprint. With every choice, you can strengthen your neural pathways, building what we call cognitive reserve, a dense, resilient network that can withstand future challenges. You can actively lower chronic inflammation, the silent fire that damages brain cells and accelerates aging. You can stabilize your blood sugar, protecting your brain from the damaging effects of insulin resistance, a key driver of cognitive decline. And you can directly protect your hippocampus, the seat of memory, ensuring it remains robust and functional for years to come. It all comes down to 4 foundational pillars. Move daily. Your brain thrives on the oxygen and nutrients delivered by physical activity. Eat smart. Fuel your mind with anti-inflammatory, nutrient-dense foods. Sleep deeply. This is when your brain cleanses itself, consolidating memories and clearing out toxins. And stay connected. Social engagement is a powerful cognitive workout. The future of your brain is not a fixed point on a map. It is not predetermined. It is a dynamic, living thing, constantly being shaped and reshaped. It's influenced profoundly by the 1,000 small decisions you make. It's influenced by what you do today. The journey to a healthier brain doesn't start tomorrow or next month. It starts with your next choice, your next meal, your next walk, your next conversation. It starts now.